Greetings and welcome back to Switch2Linux. Well, we are going to have a look at least one, maybe two different Ubuntu distros today. I don't know. I'm still trying to think, should I record this to do shorter videos for each of these after these are up? So, I don't know, I might just do that just because, you know, some people may want to see some of the take on that. So, how's everybody doing here? Let's jump on over to the comments, see what people are talking about. What y'all's talking about, yos? Lamarck, hello there. Greetings, Richard Addison, hello. What am I busy with? Downloading Solus Plasma. I was just busy just kind of taking a little bit of a break. Been working on a bunch of pages and stuff today for clients and things, and so, you know, that was working. Let's see, Stephen Myron, hello there. Greetings to you. Noah, hello there. How are you? We're writing another book. Very cool. What a coincidence. So am I. I'm always writing books, though, so, you know. I should have two more out. I'm just about done with the drafts of two of them. I've actually been looking for almost 2 years for one resource article to verify a reference. I just found it, bought it last Saturday, waiting for it to arrive so I can either approve or reject a sentence from my draft, and then it is, I think it is done. So then I start the review and editorial on that one, and then we're going to wrap up another one here soon as well. For those following the books, by the way, I did just finish the production of the audio version of The Art of Shallow Neighboring. So I will be submitting that for all of the book distributors soon. So my guess is if I start submitting those soon, it might take within a month or so. You should be able to pick that up on audiobook format anywhere. Of course, if you want to pick any of those up, you can find them anywhere where you can order books. You can order it. They are through all of the distributions channels worldwide. On Amazon, you can just search for my name there and they'll come up. This is the newer version of Testing and Temptations. These are Christian books, by the way. And then this one is actually a parody. This one here is the old version of Testing and Temptations. It is technically out of print, but you, as you can see, still can order some used copies. And by the way, $8 for a hard copy is a good price. I think that was like a $30 version. I stopped doing hard copy because they just weren't worth it. Anyway, you can get those on Amazon. You can get those many other places as well. For those curious or liking the audio versions of things, I did finish the production of that one. I'm going to wait until that one is actually released before I do the audio of the other one, but they are coming down the pipeline. All right, follow up to the summer journal. All right, okay, this looks good. Never really played with Budgie. I like Budgie. Budgie is cool. It's one of my favorite modern distros, or modern desktops, excuse me. I like Cinnamon better, but Budgie is definitely my second choice. Hello, Gnome, or are you Gnome? I don't know. Are you Gnome or Gnome? Hello, Midnight Owl. Greetings to you. Fostion HD, how's it going there? Alright, let's see. GB2, Budgie development is super slow. That's okay, it still works pretty good. Program called Storyfire, people can write books. It is for Apple, iPhone, and Android smartphone. Okay. Yes, Plex will work with Linux. There is a specific downloader for it. Development goes quite weird. Sometimes they add features, sometimes they remove. It seems to make no sense. All right. Hello, Quint. Greetings to you. JJ Game can't stay long. All right. We'll try and jump into it pretty quick here. Okay. Yes, phosphoric acid and soda. Very tasty. Num nums. If I want pure cinnamon, get Ubuntu Mate or Budgie and install Cinnamon Desktop. Let's see. 3D Linux, coffee, yes, yes, yes. When is tinfoil hat time? I don't know. I need to work on, I don't know, maybe I should recapture Wednesday night for tinfoil hat time. Thursday works better for the majority of my patrons and other supporters. And so, Thursday works best for that. And I don't always have a topic for tinfoil hat time. I don't want to do a tinfoil hat time just to do one. I want to make sure there's a good topic for it. But you guys feed me some fun tinfoil hat time topics. I would be glad to look into them. And I don't know, maybe we'll put those on Wednesdays. Hello, Paul. Greetings to you. Yeah, if you want the purest version of Cinnamon, you need to run Linux Mint because that's who develops it. Right, Monster here. Oh yeah, those are definitely not good for you, but you know. Okay, how to make Linux Mint look like, let's see. Okay, so I think there's a link for Noah's video down there below. Kernel 4.9 had kernel panic and shutdown. Uh-oh. Trying for 2 days to install Manjaro on the Asus laptop, but to no avail. Can't even boot into a live environment. I'd just give up. It ain't that good. Hello, Analog. How's it going there? Yes, Kitty came back up. Sudo DNF install Kitty.
Kitty? Hello, I was installed.
Alright. Can't afford to drop 300 on it all at once. Yeah. He's like, what do you want, bro? What do you want, bro? That's right, buddy. Oh, lost my place. Lost my place. Hey, $2 super chat from Linux 3D. Switched coffee at SwitchedtoLinux. Ooh. Yeah, I already had 2 cups of coffee today, so I'm not going to get any more today. Otherwise, I want to start talking even faster. I do have some water over here. I got some water. Yay. Yay for water. But yes, thank you for the super chat, Linux 3D. Appreciate that. Not sure exactly what to do. Got to figure that out. Hello from Seattle. Everyone join me saying pizza, pizza. Nice haircut. Yes, I stuck my head in a lawnmower. It was exhilarating. It was really awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Switching from Ghost to WordPress. Don't do it, pizza. Don't do it. I don't know. WordPress, the biggest problem with WordPress right now is they are not listening to their entire community and their developer. When WordPress 5 comes out, which is either going to be November 18th or sometime early January, they are forcing this monstrosity called Gutenberg on everybody, and literally almost nobody wants it. I have to say almost because there's a few people who are delusional and really want this stupid piece of crap. The plugin that is used to promote it has an overwhelmingly negative review, less than 3-star review. It is horrid, wretched mess. Other than that, WordPress is great. Yeah, but install the classic editor, and I want to do a little bit more on the WordPress stuff. I use WordPress on most of my stuff, and I like it. I'm just deeply disturbed by their insanity of trying to force Gutenberg on everybody. But yeah, if you need anything, that's actually WordPress is a specialty of mine, so let me know if you need help with it. All right, no sense in switching to Ubuntu Budgie. I guess I don't guess being there is solace. I'm happy on Mint 19. Yep. We're going to third attempt to upload the fast look. Had to remove the second one because I didn't speed up the video. First time mistakenly added speed to the music. I saw that. I was like, dude, your video is only 2 minutes long, but it's like 5 minutes long. What's up with that? Okay, let's see. Oh man, I'm gonna have to pause comments right here, and we'll come back to comments after we are done. So of course, let's go ahead and chat about this. So I already did my videos, another video on Ubuntu 18.10. And what we're going to do here, rather than go back and just look at the release notes, which are very small, we're just going to go ahead and boot right on into the distribution. I'm going to go ahead and record this. Nah, I'm not going to bother recording. We're just going to go as we are. I'll just timestamp it. Rather than go back, I'll refer you to my previous video on Ubuntu 18.10 with the release notes and discussions. And what we're going to do, though, is we're going to have a look at Ubuntu Budgie, and maybe if we have time, we'll look at Kubuntu as well. So let's go ahead and jump on over to the desktop. All right, so do we want to install it or try it? Let's just go ahead and try Budgie. We're not going to go ahead and install it right now. We're just going to give it a try. Hopefully it will boot up for us in the virtual machine. I usually test these before I start the videos, but didn't grab the chance. All right, so here we are on Budgie. And we have our Budgie welcome screen. It has our introduction, our features, getting started, installation help. We have the install now option. And then there's the community, the online store, the get involved, and the donate. So here we are on the desktop for Budgie. And this is probably my favorite Ubuntu flavor. I like the Budgie desktop. I'm not necessarily the hugest fan of how they have it set up, but the Budgie desktop is pretty sweet. Ubuntu does a few things different. One of those is we have, I think this is Plank, and we basically have a dock set up, so it basically has all of your icons on the side. They also give us caffeine module installed out of the box, which I really like this as an option. Just kind of turn it on there, toggle it on. You can set timers, so that way the screensaver is not gonna kick on. So that used to be installed with a package. Now it is called an applet. So the Budgie panel has applets that you can run on your panel. It also has this fancy applet. This is also installed on Ubuntu Budgie. Other versions of Budgie do not install this on as default, although it is installable as an applet. So it basically just gives us our individual locations. Here's our notifications. And of course we have our power, our network, and what's this one? Oh, just a quick note option. All right, Budgie has a Raven menu, is this setup here, which we have our applets over here, and we have notifications. Of course, if you're playing any music, it will appear down here. Any of your audio settings will appear here. So Budgie is one of the easiest and most friendly to work with in your audio settings. And the reason for that is that all of your settings will be here. You can just literally just click and close, and it will just reset all of your audio out of the box pretty nicely. So of course we have, there's our Budgie welcome. Here is our software center. Sure, I guess let's go shopping. Why not? It's being calculated. All right. So as far as Ubuntu Budgie, here's our menu. Here's our, let's see, our time with our calendar settings. Now there are actually, let's mention this too, there's two different settings panels inside of the Budgie desktop. One of those is Budgie desktop settings, which used to be on the Raven menu, and they took it off, and I was originally like, oh, that was cool, it was there. And then actually after using Deepin, I realized why they took it off. It is extremely annoying. There is also another basic settings, and I gotta find the other one. There it is. So there is a second settings. This is your basic GNOME settings versus your Budgie desktop settings. So of course, this is the basic settings you're gonna get in basic GNOME, or you're gonna get it in Ubuntu. It basically has all of your settings you would be expecting. And of course, here you can log into any of your different accounts. Here's our privacy settings, all this kind of stuff that you will have seen before. What the Budgie desktop settings do is this basically takes care of the GNOME tweak tools. So your desktop icons are right here so that you don't have to install a tweak tool to turn that on. We can adjust our fonts. This is our Raven. This is actually new. This is a new functionality. The Raven menu one is brand new. So you can turn on or turn off the microphone or sound inputs. Gives us more control over Raven menu in this new version. That is totally awesome. And then here we have our button layout. So you can do the standard, or you can do, you know, the left or the right. We can have the focus. So all of those types of things that you might want to do on the tweak tools you'd have to install with GNOME is on the Budgie desktop settings. So this is going to be common to any Budgie that you are installing. Here we can add new panels. So if I want to do, if I really like my tasks like I do, I really like having a task system on the bottom. And so suppose I just want to keep the top menu the way it is. Maybe what I might do is, let's go ahead and add our menu to the bottom because that's kind of where I like it. Let's just go ahead and set this guy up like a basic Windows. I think, is it this one I need? Oh, nope, that's not the one I need. Let's just remove that one. Yep, we're going to remove that applet. And task list. That's what I was looking for. All right. So now we have our task list. Of course, we can move it up here so it's no longer in the center. So you can add a variety of different applets. So we have clock, caffeine, drop by. I guess that's a pop-up menu. We have hot corner actions, keyboard layouts, lock keys, quick note, Raven trigger, just a whole variety of different things. Oh, and I always add a show desktop button. And I like putting that way at the end. So that's where I like to have that. Just all of these are things that help me work in my desktop environment better. Of course, there's weather as well. We can show our weather. Actually, the weather is something I'd probably want on the top panel. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's find that weather icon. Add applet. And it looks like it shows right up there. Okay, so now we actually also have the ability to put these on the desktop as well. That is a new functionality, and I have no idea exactly how we're going to make this work. So let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, so that's top and bottom. Let's keep that at the top. Automatically hide never, transparent. All right, so here we can enter our city. See if we can find my city. Really? You don't know where State College, Pennsylvania is? I think I actually might have to add that. Let's cancel that. All right. Okay, so let's see. So that should be set there. Here's my auto start items. If I want to get rid of Plank, I can probably get rid of it over there. We are going to get rid of the Budgie startup. All right, now as far as these guys here on the desktop, I'm going to have to research how to get those guys off unless somebody tells me and I can spot it right away. But this is, in a nutshell, Ubuntu Budgie. Of course, our applications, we have the calculator, files, gtext editor, maps. There's Plank and Plank preferences, weather. We have our basic games installed for graphics. Libre Draw, Simple Scan, G-Thumb Image Viewer, Document Viewer. Firefox is the new, I think that this used to be Chromium, so they went back to Firefox because people overwhelmingly wanted it. They give us this geary email crap. We should have some real email client, not that thing, but oh well. We have our LibreOffice. Of course, all these are going to be the latest packages. GNOME MPV, Rhythmbox, Cheese. And then basic system tools, disk utilities, things like that. All these different things. Budgie themes. Not familiar with Budgie themes. Oh, that's right. I have seen Budgie themes before. Yeah. Okay. So that's about it. Very good. Not an excessive amount of things. I do need to figure out how to get these guys off the desktop. I'm sure it's just something that's probably easy in the new documentation. I just, who reads that stuff, But anyway, of course, here's our basic settings. And there's nothing else shocking in here. It's just the same settings we've seen in any GNOME desktop. And so here is a nice setup of Ubuntu. Of course, Ubuntu with Budgie running on it. Very good system. I actually like this. One of my absolute favorite desktop environments. It's probably for me right behind Cinnamon. I really enjoy this one. So that is that one. What are your guys' thoughts? I'll jump back on over to the comments. I'll leave this on for a few minutes and see if anybody has a specific comment related to this before we shut it down. And I think we got some time. Maybe we can jump into Kubuntu as well. All right, let's see. All right, 10S mainly bad due to privacy reasons. Metro looks like a train wreck. Yep. Notice some damage on the chair. Did the cat do that? Nope. It's just an excessively old chair. Why bother replacing it, you know? Tinfoil hat times Space Force. There you go. Fedora doesn't really tweak their desktop in any way. No, it's pretty vanilla. Oh, by the way, if you didn't notice, news again today, Windows 10 is still deleting some files, so be careful. This guy's a cool channel. Thank you, Noah. Appreciate it. Okay, Windows 10, what MS needs to do is get Windows to be safe and not delete stuff. Nice haircut, by the way. Thank you. I stuck my head in a lawnmower. It was invigorating. Watch your video at 1810. Which DE can you install on your computer? Will I install my computer? Okay, so on my basic main production build, I actually use Linux Mint Cinnamon. That is my favorite. I have another computer next to me, which is my media PC. This guy changes the distro every few weeks, so I can get an experience with a variety of different distributions. Presently, I am running Linux Mint Debian Edition. I'm going to be honest, I don't like Cinnamon as much as a media PC desktop environment, just full production. Full production, Cinnamon for me is absolutely the most productive. For other things, I like actually having easier access to things than I get in Cinnamon, because what I like about Cinnamon is I set it up so it really stays out of my way. But on the media PC, it's kind of designed to be a little bit more in my way. That's actually why I like my Linux Mint KDE edition of that computer, because it's got all the icons really big on one side, huge calendar I can quickly see. I can literally look at that system really quick and gather any information that I need quickly. So I'm thinking the next one I put over there, unless I decide to do otherwise, I might actually go back with an Ubuntu, just a basic Ubuntu, just to give it a try. You do RWalk in your Christ stream Friday or Sunday, maybe Saturday, because I can't jump on a 9. I don't know, Noah. I'll look at the calendars and things. Friday is probably no. Sunday night is a possibility for it, but it also depends on what Toss is doing, because when we can, we do a Life in Linux. So, Friday, no. Saturday, no. Sunday's a possibility in the evenings occasionally. Finally dropped Windows 10 2 days ago, running Linux Mint XFCE. Tired of Windows 10 updates. Yep. Hello, France. Greetings. How are you, Neo? Okay. Do you feel 42 monthly is steep for my remote services? It depends on what your services are. Sorry, Noodle Linux. Have Debian 9 stretch installed, and I installed UFW at the same time. Starting a system, it sends error message in the boot. Does not allow me to start. Okay. Time of starting the system, it sends an error message in boot. Ooh. I don't know. If it's directly related to Ubuntu Firewall, the good thing about Linux is boot the computer off of an external thumb drive or off of your original installation media into a live key. Just grab your home folder out of it onto a safe place. Simply reinstall Debian and drop the home folder back in place. I think that's what I would do. That's what you do. Okay, Pizza just won't use Gutenberg. Yep. You can install the classic editor for now. Unfortunately, that's what I'm going to have to start doing in the next couple weeks, because I probably have 30 or 40 sites I manage for different people. So it's going to be a whole lot of holidays installing the classic editor, because WordPress has lost their ever-loving mind. I paid the developer based on his recommendation to switch to WordPress. Yep. I mean, I like WordPress. We just have to keep particularly if you're running a custom site. Oh, okay, Mark, are you paying $42 a month for a website? That's expensive. All right, so Mark, for your custom theme, you have to be on top of it and ready for the WordPress 5 update. Either don't update it, which is kind of insane for WordPress, or proactively make full backups, install the classic editor plugin to disable Gutenberg, because one of the things, if you have a custom WordPress build, Gutenberg is going to wreak havoc on some custom themes. You don't want to fall into the situation where it wreaks havoc and you don't have a backup. So make sure you are you need to be very proactive on the WordPress updates in the next couple of months. What a shiny wallpaper. Yes, I really like the wallpaper on that. Ubuntu Budgie, when I tried it, was outrageously good. Yes. Ubuntu Budgie is totally awesome. Quint does not like the default Budgie theme. Yeah, this is a little bit different from the default Budgie theme, which of course would be how Solus does it, but it's okay. It's easy to edit. That's the good thing about it. Purple lines and Raven combined with blue lights look weird. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, under the applets and notification. I see. Yeah. Hello, Ben. Greetings to you. DistroTube also likes Budgie a lot, even sponsors the project and installed on his laptop. Tried it out, the Budgie desktop is okay, but not finished in my opinion. Oh, really? I think it's very finished. I think it's pretty cool. Hate Budgie with a passion. Anything GNOME 3 based, I won't touch with 10-foot pole. See, I don't completely agree with that because like Cinnamon. I don't think is Cinnamon based on GNOME 3 though. I don't know. I really like Cinnamon. I really like Budgie. Not a fan of GNOME. Okay, I agree. Budgie development is very slow. Budgie 11 will probably only come out in a few years. You know. Sup, yo. Yeah, Budgie will get ported to Qt eventually. BSD is fine, just too much trouble to get it running right. Yeah. What have you talked to anyone about modern distros? I'm not impressed with any of them. Well, the good thing that the modern distros add is online support for those that actually use that. Would you guys choose Deepin or Budgie? Budgie all the way. They're both good. I did a lot of extensive reviews on Deepin just a few weeks ago. They're both good, but I think of the two of them, I like Budgie a lot better. System Debian does not boot because UFW blocks it. You know what? If that's actually the case, if it's specifically that, you could get in there and you could boot the system off of just off of a live key. Get in there and change the configuration file. Like just disable Ubuntu Firewall in the configuration file, or remove it from startup. You could try that as well. You'll have to look up the documentation on it because I don't remember exactly what you need to do that. Hello, Big Daddy. How's it going there? Very open-minded of me. What? Mate is so green it looks awful gross, and his theming is worse. You could just do a Mate that's not as green, I guess. I don't know. So KDE is out too. Yeah, I love KDE too. Guess we're stuck with London weather. I guess I'm stuck with London weather. Yes, I am. I am stuck with London weather. Well, I can tell y'all it's going to be 8C in London right now. December 14 will make 1 year. Manjaro was installed on wife's computer. Had 0 problems. Very cool. Very cool. Oh boy, losing my place again. Use Auction Look. Yep. LXDE. Citroma Windows 98. None of the blue screen of death. Confirm UK is freezing as heck. Yep. Okay. Just got home from work. Very cool. Very cool. No one reads documentation. Yeah, not before I do this. Yeah, if I were actually running it on the computer, I'd actually get on there and figure out how to take that thing off the desktop. Plank is a dependence of Ubuntu Budgie. So in 1804, if you remove Plank, it removes Budgie. Ubuntu Budgie 10, Plank is no longer dependent. Actually, Pizza, no, I've removed it completely before. Because I actually ran... I think I ran Ubuntu Budgie for a while, and I completely removed Plank without a problem. Or maybe I just stopped it from starting. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure. Seems to be conky. Yeah, I think it is conky. Except I don't see a conky manager anywhere. I don't know. Hello, Anna Rita. How's it going there?
Hi, Anna Rita. Where's my digital girl?
All right. All right. Let's see. Prevents me from using Linux, actually, if I run older desktops. Okay. Where's the i3 gang at? I don't know. Hello, Daniel. Greetings. I switched to Ubuntu Mate. All right, we're good. Sex with the new haircut, but it's no time. The ladies will be knocking for a date. Kitty, leave my camera alone. Leave the camera alone, Kitty. Leave the camera alone. Okay. Growing out long hair. Very cool. Don't trust the new MS CEO either. Yeah. Was any Microsoft CEO one to be trusted? You please install Plasma Theme Oxygen when you try out Kubuntu and enable the Oxygen look and feel. Yep, if we get to it, which I think we probably can. Okay. The kitty is just being way too cute over here. Has heard the big news that Linus resumed work. Yes, Kitty, I really don't want to see that. Silly cat. Pop OS. Pop. What OS do you currently use? Probably Pop. Okay. Oh, did I miss a bunch? I think I might have missed a bunch of comments. My apologies if I did. Most expensive plan is $25 a month. You save long term or you pay up front. There a way to watch cable on Linux? I don't know. Time since I cannot start the operating system because of the error. Can Kodi be set up to use cable? Not that I know of, but I don't plumb the depths of using cable. I'm a cable never. I've never had cable, so I've never looked into it. I kind of learn things on Linux as an as I need to know basis, so it's kind of my take. Linux Mint crash, no boot. I think it's the SSDs. Yeah, probably. Disable fast startup UEFI to boot Linux distro nowadays. Yeah, it depends on which distro, but for the most part, that is right. Okay, call me old school, but I'll stick with hard drives. Hard drives? Hard drives. Hello, KWalls66. Greetings there. How are you? I think they've given up on the blog, given up on QT. Oh, really? Huh. Can you get on Skype after the stream to set the domain? Yes, I can do that. Okay. Hello, Chip. Greetings. Yes, you are late again. I think I'm going to do another one, though. I'm going to do a quick look through Kubuntu as well, because we have some time. You can remove the clock and other stuff from the Bungie applets menu. I was looking for it in the Bungie applets menu. Oh, let me try. Hold on. Let me jump back over here. Let's see if I can figure this out. I don't need that one. There it is. All right, let's see if I can get this figured out. So that's just applets. Okay, top panel, weather. So of course I can, that's still set to London, which I don't want it to be London. Okay, let's do Fahrenheit. So that moves it. So I got it. I have the option to move it. I mean, I can move it to. I can move it off screen. I can do that, but I don't see a way to actually take it off of the desktop altogether. So the best I could do there is doing that, unless it's possible to do it another way. I don't see an option though. But you know, that gets me. That now gets me. That, of course, hold on, let me see if, yeah, I don't know, that's what that was. All right, well, let's go ahead and close this one down. Let's throw Kubuntu in here and have a look at Kubuntu. Right, optical drive, Kubuntu 1810, and let's go ahead and start this one up. All right, so if you guys just jumped on, we finished out doing the Budgie. So now we're going to go ahead and have a look at Kubuntu. I've seen the new Manjaro 18.0 release. I have not. Ubuntu Budgie team guy. Oh, okay. Dustin, I moved it off screen, but how's it possible? Hello, Gavin. Thank you for the super chat. I am well, and how are you? So if Dustin is a Ubuntu Budgie team guy, you guys did awesome work. That is my favorite Ubuntu build. Just so you guys are aware of it. And I think last time I ran that, it was just totally cool. So good job on it. Yeah, I'm not seeing the spot to remove that from the desktop, but I can actually move it off all the way. So, and my apologies, guys, if I'm missing your comments. There's just so many comments here. I am having a hard time keeping up. All right, let web guy know. I don't want Gutenberg tonight. Yeah, if he's having any issues with it, let me know because I'll be doing stuff as well. So. All right. Hello, Tony Simmons. Greetings. 48 hours. Should we tell him top priority for his own sake? More for my own. Yep. Okay. Why is everyone dissing on Steve Gutenberg? Somebody else told me that exact joke once. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I like that movie too. Potatoes in the stew beef. Let's see. Okay, you're talking about the... no, actually, I was talking specifically about the weather. I didn't look for how to change the desktop clock. I was talking specifically about moving the weather off of there. All right, we're going to save our comments there. Let's go ahead and have a look at Kubuntu. All right, so here we are. We are on Kubuntu. Let's have a look at this guy. I don't know if I've actually run Kubuntu in production before. I know I've run several other versions of KDE. So if you are new to the Plasma desktop or KDE, this guy here is probably the most configurable of all of the desktop environments. It can be set up very new and modern. It can be set up kind of skeuomorphic. You can set it up like an old school Windows 3.1 if you really want. You really have a lot of options, and that's one of the downsides of it, is how many settings and options there actually are. So this is actually your main settings panel. You can see that there is just so many things to do. Of course, I like setting this up with darker themes when I can. Of course, in each one of these items, there's also more settings. So you have these themes, and then you have more items over here. This is what makes this a little on the crazy side, is how many stinking options there actually are. Ooh, wonton soup. I like wonton soup. We're going to go with the Obsidian, though. Set that up. Here's your fonts, icons, and there's your oxygen theme for icons. All right, so the downside is, of course, there are so many different things. Here's your widget styles. Let's go ahead and just go with oxygen on pretty much everything. We need air around here. We need air. Let's see. Windows decorations. We can go with the breeze or with the plastic. I like the breeze better, so we're going to stick with those. Let's go ahead and apply that. Here's your GTK. So you can choose your various GTK type themes as well. Desktop behaviors. Here's your screen edges. Touch screen. This is new. The touch support is new to KDE. I've not actually experimented with this newer version of Plasma on a touch screen since they added the touch screen support. It'll be interesting to see if it's all working well at this point in time. So here's startup and shutdown. Of course, I think this is an older version. It is still using this obnoxious blue color for the login screen. It literally makes you go blind, or if they just didn't change it, I'm not sure which one it happens to be. All right, so the other thing that we have with this setup is we have widgets, which you can actually install. This used to be the upper left corner. It is now the upper right corner, and it's also in the lower right corner on the panel. So you can click on this guy here. You can refresh the desktop, show the desktop. You can add widgets. There's activities, locking widgets, open in Dolphin, configure the desktop. So let's have a look at our configuring the desktop, which, by the way, this oxygen theme is kind of skeuomorphic, so if you like that. All right, so over here, we can do folder view or desktop view. The difference with this is the folder view allows you to work with icons off your desktop. The desktop view, you'll notice, will get rid of desktop. So we can no longer run any folders or icons on the desktop. Of course, I want to keep folder view because who has a desktop to not work off of it? I mean, I don't kind of get my work done over here by throwing stuff down in my down into my my file folder, Wallpaper type. We can do a variety of different things. I really like, I think I like most of these. These are just pretty cool wallpapers. Can I actually run any of these? There we are. For whatever reason, I was not able to actually apply my wallpapers. All right. So these are all pretty cool looking. I really like these cool wallpapers they're giving us with it. All right, mouse actions. So vertical scroll switches desktops, right button standard menu, middle button pastes. We can actually add other options. So here is our context menu here. We can add folders. Here's a whole variety of different things already pre-built inside of this. So this just feels like a really good system. We can align things. We can lock the desktop setups. We can add widgets. We can add panels. So we have one panel now. We can add even more. All right. All right, let me see what we have. Okay, so KDE, most of the times you install KDE or Plasma, and the default in the system is actually single click to open applications and things. Ubuntu did change it to the double click, which will provide a better experience for users. So you have that option as well. Let's go ahead and show you the widgets too before I backtrack on something else. All right, so here is our various widgets. We have a variety of different widgets, so we can add just a variety of things: clocks, CPU monitors, color pickers, fuzzy clocks, media frames for pictures, network monitoring, printing devices. Pretty much anything we might want to add to the desktop, we have the ability. In addition to that, you also have the ability to, if you right-click, you will see this button here called Alternatives. Several of the widgets have a variety of different alternative widget types. And so we can choose anything that is inside the same category. You can actually click and switch any individual widget to whatever it is. So if I wanted a digital clock instead of an analog, just go ahead and switch it to digital. And then long hold it to drag it where you might want this guy to be. That includes the menus. There are 3 built-in menus in KDE. We have the application launcher, which is what this one is. This is my favorite menu for KDE. It's just a very modern menu. We also, though, for people that like more of a more modern dash-like feel, we have this menu here. So, of course, we have our favorites. We have applications showing up over here. And then we can kind of scroll down. We can start the computer, shut down, things like that. And then there's also a more simple application menu, which is just a very simple menu with a search function on it. So this is the great thing about KDE, is how many actual settings there are. This is, for some people, a benefit, and some people is not as good. So what does Ubuntu do specifically different? Some of the things, of course, some of the software applications are going to be a little bit different just because of the way that KDE rolls. They have all of the K applications are KDE, so you're going to prioritize those rather than some of the built-in type systems. So, for example, the Software Center, instead of being the Ubuntu Software Center you get on several other distros, we have Discover instead, which is the Plasma software installer, which controls the updates, and it controls the applications, the installation, and things like that. Okay. Now, I think one of the major things that they've probably done, unlike some of the other KDE builds, is I'm pretty sure they're not giving you Kmail. Oh, they are giving us Kmail. Okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. I like Kmail, but it's a lot harder to set up than most other client systems. It, in fact, is very much like Evolution. It's just harder to set up, which is kind of funny. Another one of the things that I don't like quite as much is, by default, you'll notice that the menu items are telling us in larger text what it is, and in smaller text, the smaller text we actually see are the actual name of it. So in web browser instead of Firefox. If you want to change that, you can actually come over here and I think it's configure. And we want to show applications by name instead. And so now what that's going to do is we might have to restart the system. But what that should do is it should show us our applications by name instead. So yeah, you can see that took place. So now it's telling me my name, and then in smaller text, what is it? And then you can even get rid of that. It's like, well, I don't really need those helps. So you can actually take those off as well. Just got to remember exactly where that is. Switch tabs on hover, show application by name. It's in there somewhere. I can't remember where it is, but it is in there. So this is KDE. Another one of the criticisms is it has not classically had, I'm just double checking if it does here or not. One of the problems we have is Dolphin, which is the default file manager in KDE, does not actually have an open in root option. And that is, for some people, a little bit more problematic. If you know how to do things in the terminal, it's not a big deal. You have a terminal to do things. But for the most part, it is for the most part, you're not going to be able to open up the terminal, the file manager as root. All right, so you can see all the applications. We have disk burn utility as K3B. A variety of different applications are all going to be the KDE suite applications instead of anything else. But it does have more applications. So this one does feel a little bit more bloated, and it is a bigger download file. I think it's close to 2 gigs to download. So this is KDE. I really like it. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm going to go ahead and lock the widgets. What that's going to do, it gets rid of the option on the panel to change the widgets, and it also gets rid of the ability to move the widgets around. So if I long press on this now, I can't drag it around anymore. So I always get my widgets set up the way I like, and then I lock the widgets onto the desktop, and that way I have the ability to, I won't accidentally be moving anything around. So of course, to configure your panels, you want to unlock your widgets first, right click, and of course now we can add widgets to the panel, we can add new panels, or we can configure the individual panel. By configuring this, now I can drag things around. I actually really like exactly the way it's set up, so I'm not going to drag anything around, just to show you. You can drag things around. You need to have your panel edit mode on to do that. So we're just going to close that. That'll close it out, and then pull, I think, right click and lock widgets. So now we won't accidentally be moving anything around. I think we can still change. No, we can't even change our alternatives either when we do that. So that is our Kubuntu build. This one here, it's good. This is one of the very stable ones. And for those that want to run the Ubuntu core and do have a problem with the Ubuntu data collection, the Kubuntu is one of the Ubuntu builds that does not actually participate in any of that data collection. So keep that in mind. All right, once again, we'll keep that going there and come back to comments. Let's see if I can actually get caught up in comments or not. Q1 Fiend, living with Kubuntu is not difficult at all unless you have poorly supported hardware. Yeah, one of the things on it is sometimes the sound is a little wonky. Like, you have to get into the sound settings and adjust sounds. It's just a couple extra steps. It's much about the same. It's just a couple extra steps. Sometime here, got to load up Manjaro KDE 18.0. All right. Good news, the prices will drop even further in 2019. Prices of RAM should drop around 15%. Oh, good. Maybe I can afford to finish up my my stuff here. Okay. Nothing wrong with potatoes. You say potato, I say potato. Okay, love potatoes. They were undercooked. They just shouldn't be crunchy unless eating them raw. There you go. Thing about KDE, which annoys me, is the lag in the menu for the file manager. Yeah, I don't like Dolphin. That's probably one of the things that keeps KDE from being my favorite desktop environment. I don't like Dolphin. I know that's Rocca's favorite, but I don't like it. I think it's slow and bloated. I think if they fixed Dolphin, that'd be the best thing they could do. Many settings are well organized. Yes. Yes, they are very well organized. Only hiccup I found so far was browsing SMB shares was slow. Let's have a look at that. I have SMB shares. Let's browse some SMB shares. Let's see if... I remember always getting to them was a little bit more of a pain. Yeah, when I go on network, I don't have anything. It helps if I get the IP address correct, right? All right, let's see. There's that. I'm actually navigating stuff very quickly. That was interesting. I added a file, and it seemed to... So I added a file, and it seems to lock the file with that installer. What happens if I drop another file over here? Okay, we're going to copy. That's another thing I don't like about it is it, every time you go to do something, it just wants to, it always asks, do you want to move it or copy it? And move is the default, so you got to be careful with it. So every time I install something new, like I add a new file, look at this thing, it just gets kind of stuck. I guess I can't install it right now if I wanted to, but anyway, hey, here's my audiobook. People like me spend way too much time watching television. We have... All right. So, yeah, I'm actually navigating it pretty quick, actually. So, I mean, yeah, it's actually... This is quick. This is my Samba shares. So, I don't know. Maybe that was greatly improved. You are right, though, in older versions. My Linux Mint running an older version of Plasma is pretty slow. How to fix a bootable device? I try to change EFI to legacy, but can't find it. Only find secure boot. Change it off, nothing happens. Okay. Bootable device. Try change EFI to legacy, but I can't find it. Only secure boot. Not all BIOSes allow you to remove EFI. So, I don't know. Like, it depends on what your device is, but yeah, I have seen some BIOSes that do not allow you to change back to legacy. Particularly newer, lower end ones tend to do that. It's beta release, looks good. Trying not to be tempted. Love KDE. I think it has every feature the other environments all have. Yep. Is there a version of Arc theme for Qt? I have no idea. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I have no idea. KDE owns K. Yes, the letter K belongs to KDE. Every time you write it, you're supposed to send them a dime. Plasma 4 wallpapers, everything, really? Huh. Well, they're cool. More options is better. I agree. I like. Okay, thanks, Chip, for answering that. Okay. We're talking about the default login screen is ugly. Fortunately, it can be easily fixed. Yes. Yeah, I have, I set mine up as a personal picture, which is very nice. Single click for the win. Yeah, if you're used to the single click, it's really efficient. It's just not most people aren't used to it. Manjaro KDE comes with Kmail and Thunderbird. Let's see if Thunderbird's also on this. Nope. We only have Kmail, so you'd want to install something else most likely. It depends. If you have a single email address, Kmail's fine. I got like 12, and so it's harder to set up. Can actually add the root add-on services with the add-on installer. Oh, okay. So there's an add-on. Okay. Very cool. Solve everything by editing files. Yep. Oh, you can't use Kate as root as well. Okay. Ubuntu is good at too many applications pre-installed. Yeah, I think they do have the minimals as well. Tried KDE Neon a while ago. Hated it. Can't get away from GNOME. All right. We can still be friends, though. Plasma scales according to system resources. So if your system has a lot of RAM, it will use it. Doing back on my wife's computer. Saw a list that named shopping list for wife for Christmas. Of course I did not open it as I'd like to be surprised, but I was tempted. All right. Night Linux 3D. Isn't accessing files in the phone with MPT a pain on KDE? I don't think so. I've never had any issues with it. Good morning to you. I can't come close to pronouncing your name, but hello. Not a big fan of Nemo, like Thuno, or not a big fan of Dolphin, like Thuno or Nemo. Yes, yes. I like Nemo. That is definitely my favorite. Like Dolphin, but prefer Nautilus. I do not like Nautilus. Ugh. Okay. Major turnoff for a company that requires you to pay for priority support. Says to me you're a self-important person who pay to prioritize someone else. Yeah. Every customer should be given the same quality customer care regardless of if they pay extra. Yep. All right. You can hold down a button, control or alt or something, and copy to move a file directly without asking. Okay. Hey, Toss is live. Maybe we'll jump off here shortly then. Confirm that by default. You can use Kate as root unless you play around with chmod, of course. Yep. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let me close this guy down first. And then we will end this stream the way every stream needs to be ended. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. Go on. Oh. Ready? One more. Did you wait? Aw. How about one for the big camera? Over here. No. Over here. Over here, buddy. There you go. Are they finger licking good today? Here we go. Are they finger licking good? Here, try that finger too. Yes, I did make the appropriate sacrifice to the feline overlord. Right, kitty? Right, kitty? Hey, kitty. My viewers don't want to see that. My viewers don't want to see that, buddy. They don't want to see that. No. There you go. Are you going to take off now that you got your kitty treats? It's like, I got my kitty treats. I'm getting out of here, yo. Oh, what a cat. What a cat. All right. Let's see. Let me see if I can find Toss's stream. Right, platform share knowledge in the world. I have a YouTube channel be strictly education based. You sell 1 or 2 plans and be for a year. Rhythmbox decided to play 2 songs at once for some reason. Huh. Cat Moon. Yes, the kitty moon. Copy link address. All right, guys, Toss is on. I'm going to jump over there. There's Toss's link. So have a look at his stream. Thanks for coming along. Don't forget you can check out supporting this channel at switchtolinux.com/support. Amazon links, PayPal links, things like that. We do have a shop, shop.switchtolinux.com. And we have Patreon, patreon.com/TomM. That is TOMM. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will catch you later.